What's up, guys? Welcome back to another Spill the Beans podcast.
Happy Friday, guys. I hope you're having an amazing Friday so far. I know we are. Hopefully. Speaking it into existence.
Oh, on Friday. Yeah, guys, welcome back. Welcome back. We are filming this early in the morning, so we got tons of energy right now. And, well, I do. Baby, you want to kind of tell them what
I'm not doing well. And I feel like if I talk about it, I'm going to cry.
Yeah.
I'm already.
What? What's wrong with my eyelashes?
No, I'm getting teary-eyed.
Just tell them, babe. Update them. You know, this is the real stuff.
Can you tell them? Because I'm going to cry.
Okay, guys. So before we continue, guys, huge shout out to Paired for sponsoring this video.
We always talk to you guys about how communicating is the best thing that you can do for your relationship, and we never really give you examples. So here is what we're going to do. Paired is your guide to improve communication, stay connected, and deepen intimacy as a couple.
Valentine's Day is right around the corner, guys, and what better gift to give than a gift that keeps on giving?
If this year for Valentine's Day you want to do something that's more meaningful and not as cliche, Paired is the perfect answer for you. Paired is suitable for all couples in all stages. It is not just if you're going through a rough patch. You can actually take fun quizzes so you can learn something new about your partner, or you can update yourself in case their favorite color changed.
As many of you guys might not know, Blanca and I are actually going on 9 years next month. After so many teddy bears, so many flowers, the best gift we could give our relationship is give it the proper maintenance it needs. One thing we love about the app is that it has question packs to prepare couples for big milestones in their lives.
Whether you're getting married, you're having kids, or moving in together, these question packs are perfect for you. We would have loved to have these before we moved in, before we had a baby, before we got married, but we didn't, so now we're here to help you.
As you guys just saw on the screen, we decided to do the
marriage checkup quiz. So let's see what they ask us.
Okay, guys, first question. How has getting married improved your relationship?
I think even though people say it's just a piece of paper or whatever, I think it really kind of brought us a little bit more together, don't you think?
Yeah,
like it made it solidified the relationship where it's like, oh dang, like it's really just you and I for the rest of our life, you know?
Yeah. What are you most proud of achieving together since you got married?
You?
I think having a baby.
Oh, that's it?
Yeah, because we always said we want to be married first before we have a child.
Yes.
So I'm like, that's a big accomplishment that we didn't have like a baby out of wedlock or whatever that's considered. True. Anyways, guys, that was just a little example of what Paired is. I feel like we just had like a little 30-second therapy session, so I feel good.
Yeah, so on Valentine's Day, if you just want to stay home, do a little date night at home, and literally just talk to your partner, then that's going to be perfect because you guys can do a little check-in, whether you're married or you're just dating. I think it's going to be very helpful. You guys know that we always have the hookups, so right now you can click the link in our description box to get 25% off of Paired Premium to give your partner a personal, meaningful Valentine's Day.
Thank you once again to Paired for sponsoring this video. Now on with the podcast. As many of you guys know, Blanca just got back from the trip. She went to go to Lulu's lunch party, and we took advantage. You only went for 24 hours, right? So we're like, okay, we got a day down, you know, her mom and I, of dealing with Franco without the boob. And we're like, you know, typically her mom said that it lasts like the first 3 days are the hardest. So we're like, we got 1 day down. He's already a year old. Let's just go from here and just take it away completely because it's getting warmer. When it gets warmer, we have more trips coming and stuff like that. So just to make it easier on everyone, you know. And so we tried, but I mean, we're trying, but it's freaking hard, guys. And honestly, shout out to my beautiful wife here. She's going through it, not only because of the pain of taking away from your son, but physically your boobs are really hurting. It's hard. And on top of that, to top it all off, guys, Franco, for some reason, hates my guts right now. He doesn't want anything to do with me, which makes me sad. But so like, not only is Blanca hurting physically, emotionally, mentally, I try to help, but I can't really because he just wants his mom. And he's like in this stage where like, he knows he wants something and something's wrong, something's missing, but he can't really remember the boob. But so he's like letting it out on everyone.
Yeah. I think to retract a little bit, I've always been the type to say I would never take it off cold turkey. I think that's so cruel, blah, blah, blah. So this wasn't planned. When I left to LA, I left literally like 5 types of different milks. I was like, let's try Ripple, Needle, Lactate, almond milk.
I woke up in the morning with the DoorDash groceries in the front door, and there was like 5 different types of gallons of milk out there.
Yeah, and I left sippy cups, straw cups, bottles, like 3 different types of bottles, and he just did not take any, and it's not that he doesn't like the taste of milk. It's that, one, he knows that nursing is for comfort and for food, and two, because he doesn't like bottles. He never has since he was little. I think he only liked them for about 2 months, and then when we would go on trips, he had to forcefully take them, obviously, because I wasn't here.
I would say he hates low taste because he gags, and he shows his finger in there and tries to take it all out.
But it's funny because he'll eat it in other ways. He'll eat it avena, he'll eat it in cereal, he'll eat it.
Yo.
Yeah, so I didn't plan for it, but when I got home, so when I was in LA, I pumped at Stacy's house. I did pump and relieved my boobs, but when I got home, my mom was like, hey, like, let's just talk about it. Like, do you want to take it away? And I talked to Jonathan. We decided it would be best because he's little, he's not gonna remember that much, and of course our work trips are coming back on. And then I talked to my mom. I feel like my mom's opinion has a lot, like, ¿cómo se dice? It matters a lot to me. So when she told me, like, you know what, we already struggled one day, he wasn't asking for it, she said, let's just take it away. And like, so that she doesn't struggle, so that I don't struggle, so Franco doesn't struggle. So then I decided I would take it away, and I hadn't pumped since like 2 a.m. and it was already like 10 a.m. and my boobs were already full. So I just decided cold turkey, I'm not gonna give him any boob. And the first 2 to 3 days were fine. Like, he was literally fine. Yeah. He didn't cry. He didn't ask for it.
I was like, oh, this is nice. He forgot.
At night, he slept. He would only wake up like once.
He liked me.
He liked you. You were putting him to sleep. You were vibing. Guys, the 4th day gets around. Oh my it's God. Bad. The 5th day gets around, the worst. Like,
and he's going through a leap.
He has 5 days left on his 10th leap, which is, it's a big leap for them because they are realizing like that it takes a lot of, like, a long sequence of things to make a whole event happen. So his mind is already going crazy. He's already fussy. He has 5 days left. His boob is gone from one day to another. He woke up and there's no more comfort nursing. Like, it was a lot. And for me, the first 2 to 3 days were the worst in pain wise. Like, my boobs were super full. I was like, I can't do this. I need a pump. I ended up going in the shower for like 10 minutes with hot water, and I just massaged them enough to like relieve some pain, and a little bit of milk came out. And then after that I was fine. Like, right now they're full and they hurt to the touch, and I can't really, have anything on me, but they're fine. But now we're struggling in the emotional part. Like, literally I was screaming, crying, throwing up at 5 a.m. today. I was so close. I texted my mom. I was like, I can't do this anymore. Like, I'm gonna give him the boob. Like, I was like, I'm just gonna do it because it hurts me so much to see him the way he is, because he's not himself. Like, he's not himself. He's not bubbly. He's not laughing. He's not playing. Like, all he wants to do is be in someone's arms, and that someone is either me or my mom, because he does not like you at all.
I tried. Like, I woke up at 5 a.m. with her, and I was like, I grabbed him and I like tried to like mecerlo, but even in the dark, guys, because it was still dark in the room, he saw like Blanca's like outline on the bed and was like, hell no, take, like,
he started screaming,
put me down and like go with mom. And I was like, fuck, like, I feel really helpless, and it's like, I feel like a lazy piece of shit not doing anything, but it's like, I can't. Like, he literally doesn't like me. And I think it's like a boy thing. Like, boys are more with their moms. Girls, I want to say maybe it's different when we have a little girl. Well, even
then, like, he's going through a lot right now, so obviously he wants his like comfort person, which is me. And it has been so hard. Like, there has literally been 5 times in a day where I'm like, no, like, I'm gonna give it to him, and I don't care if I struggle in 2 years. I don't care, because if I were to start breastfeeding again, I would go until he's 2. Like, there's why would I give it to him for 2 months and then take it away again? But my mom just keeps reassuring me, like, you've already done it for almost a week, like, you're fine. And then I read a lot of blog posts today at 5 a.m. when he wanted a nap on me. So I read a lot of posts saying that it's true. Like, the first couple of days are easy, and then the 6th, 7th day rolls around, and it's like they start getting panic cries, and like they start screaming. Yeah. And aside from that, he's going through a leap, so he's already fussy because of the leap. So now he's extra fussy because his comfort is gone. But guys, Franco is such a good eater. Like, he eats so much throughout the day. It's crazy. I'm making sure he's getting his calcium and vitamin D and iron in, and his vitamin C in. So that's not hard on us. Like, I think it'd be harder if he was not taking any other food or any other forms of like calcium and stuff. But aside from everything else, like he's a really good eater. So I'm just going through an emotional toll right now. I definitely feel like I'm getting like not postpartum depression. I'm getting post breastfeeding depression.
Yeah.
Like it sucks. It feels really, really bad. And it just hurts because your hormones are regulating back to where the hormone that you release when you breastfeed is like a happy hormone.
And
so,
you're on your period.
And what?
You just got out your period, or you?
Yeah, I just got out of my period too. I'm about to ovulate. So, there's a lot. Like I'm literally going through post breastfeeding depression. I feel like I'm so sad right now. It sucks. So yeah, I'm really going through it. Long story short, I'm going through it really hard, guys, and it freaking sucks.
Yeah, we kind of jinxed it. Well, not we, but I'm sure you thought the same thing in your head. We didn't say it out loud, but I was like, for me, I was like, whoa, like Franco's been breastfeeding every single day, multiple times a day for a whole year. Like the first day, we're like, and he's not missing it. You know, this is awesome. Like this is easier than we thought. And then that happened. Yeah. Where it got like super hard. And
I feel like he's like, all right, joke's over. Give me my boob. And then he wasn't getting it. So then he's super emotional right now. And I don't know. Like I keep thinking, like everything comes to my mind. Like I'm like, what if he gets sick? Because now he doesn't have all of these antibodies. Now he doesn't have this amazing gold that's going into his body every single day. What if he gets sick? What if like when he gets his 12-month shots, I'm not going to be able to soothe him with my breast? Like it's all of this that's coming. So I'm like, wouldn't it just be better if I just breastfed him again? You know, my mom just keeps telling me like, girl, you're already a week in, like you're fine. But I'm not fine. I feel like the more that this progresses, the more sad I get. And it would be awful to get into a depressive episode, but I feel it coming and it's sad.
You just gotta hang on and brace for it, babe. But no, but if you guys, obviously a lot of you guys don't have kids or are pregnant or whatever, but save this video and come back to it when you're about to go through this phase, just for a little motivation, because obviously, or maybe not this episode, but maybe hopefully in a week, next week we'll be like, hey guys, we're out of it. It's okay. Because Franco, I believe in him. He's a smart kid, which sometimes is a bad thing because they know more than, they're really smart. So maybe he'll be like, nah, like I know what a boob is and I'm not going to stop. But hopefully not,
I think the good thing is that he hasn't like pulled on my shirt or like, I haven't let him see my boobs because every time that he, like I don't change in front of him anymore because every time I would, he would just like, his little like laugh. He's like, like his little breastfed laugh. So yeah. And honestly, like the other side is like, I feel like it's taken away from our bond. It's taken away from like our emotional attachment, and it sucks. So there's a lot. So maybe next week I'm either breastfeeding again or I'm living my best life, girl. We'll see.
Yeah, guys, she'll update you. Make sure you guys follow us on Instagram because you post a lot about it on there. So yeah, that's good. Anyways, little recap. Did we already talk about Franco's birthday?
No. Did we? Yeah, we did. Last
Friday was his birthday.
Yeah, we talked about it.
So it went up on his birthday, so we didn't talk about it. Because it went up on his birthday, so that means we filmed the Monday before his birthday. Because we always film on Mondays, guys.
Wait, no. He did.
Okay, last Friday, what date was it? Oh. It was the 1st?
Yeah. No, last Friday was the 3rd. Okay. And we filmed on the 30th, and his birthday was the 27th.
So we did. We talked about the butterfly pavilion and all that?
I think we did.
Oh, also, guys, I promised one of you that Franco would be on the podcast today because you said that your baby wakes up and they like to see Franco, or that you just miss him, period. And that was a plan, but
he's napping.
To make it easier on her mom, because it's hard to like babysit a kid in a room upstairs when they're like energized. So we put him down to sleep and we put him in a nap so then she can just hold him while we film. Yeah. So it's easier on everyone.
But if you want to see all of his birthday shenanigans, we just uploaded a 35-minute video on J&J Vlogs, so go watch it there. That's like literally 30 minutes of Franco just living his best life.
Yeah, before the breastfed episode. So that's the real him.
I guess we haven't told him that he got a haircut.
Oh, yeah.
So Franco got his first big boy haircut, which makes him look like a freaking toddler. And it's even sadder. Like, boob is gone, haircut, like there's just too much going on, girl. I wasn't ready for this. And for like, I guess I'm kind of glad that it happened the way it did without me planning it, because I feel like if I would have planned it, it would have been harder on both of us. So I'm glad I didn't plan it, but then now I'm like, I keep thinking, am I going to regret this down the road? Should I just keep breastfeeding? Like, what if he's the only kid I have and then I just breastfed him for a year and like that's the only time I ever breastfed in my life, you know?
Yeah, but you also don't want a big ass toddler like sucking on your boob.
Why not? It's amazing for them.
Just because, I don't know, it's funny looking.
Okay.
Like in Grown Ups. Have you seen that movie?
Well, that kid was like 5.
No, but I heard that it like causes like, it doesn't like let them be as independent and stuff.
Where'd you hear that, babe? Please cite your sources because I want to know.
Grown Ups. Anyways, yeah, as you guys can tell, I can't really say anything right now, guys, because I'm walking on eggshells on top of thin ice right now because, you know, so I'm just a punching bag right now. And yeah. Anyways, we got another episode of advice for you because we got a lot of advice we need to go through, guys.
And plus, this is an advice podcast. Like, if we're not talking about our relationship, we're talking about other people's. Yeah. So it's kind of.
So then we got now that we have the Instagram, we get way more. Because,
you got some on Instagram?
Yeah, all the time.
Oh, period.
And that we really appreciate that, guys, because obviously through your Instagram, your name, and if I wanted to, I could click on your profile. Not that we don't. I swear to you that we don't.
Me going to look at their profile?
No, we don't. So it means a lot that you guys trust us. I feel like you guys have been trusting us from day one. If you're an OG, you remember when we would do Leyendo las Confesiones.
In Espanol, right?
Yeah, in the apartment.
Oh, we should do that.
And they trusted us with that.
That was crazy.
Yeah, they would tell us about cheating on their husbands with their cousins and shit like that. So anyways, guys, we got more advice for you.
But first, you gotta do the weather, babe. I don't know.
I was gonna do a fun fact.
Well, I don't know why you're.
Guys, I feel like you guys don't like the weather's kind of boring now. Not that it's boring, but I feel like
just put it in the comments. You what guys want John?
You know
to keep
what happened?
Weather? What happened?
I saw. Okay, guys, let's start off with the freaking weather for in honor of. Oh, hopefully you have a good weekend with the Super Bowl if you watch football. If you don't, I think the Super Bowl is just one of those things that, like the World Cup. You just watch or get together with friends. In Dallas, Texas, guys, Friday, sunny, 52 degrees, but it looks like you guys are going to have quite a bit of rain this whole week. So hopefully you enjoyed that. Let's go with El Paso. El Paso, Friday, 59 degrees, sunny as well. Looks like that's beautiful weather. LA, Friday, partially cloudy. 77 degrees. Ooh, a little bit on the hotter side, but you'll take it. Friday, sunny. Oh, I didn't even say the city. Denver, Friday, sunny, 50 degrees. Okay. 50 for us is like
good weather.
75 for you guys in California. Like perfect. I think 50 for me is perfect.
Mm-hmm.
You know? Because I don't know why. Comment down below if you have the same problem. I get a lot of like heat. They're not flashes. Heat strokes, right?
Heat flashes.
Heat flashes. I'm a very, how do you say it in Spanish?
Caloriento.
Caloriento. Yeah. So I always like, it sucks, guys. It sucks that I'd rather be cold than be hot. Vegas, we got Friday partially cloudy, 62. Damn, that's some bomb weather all over the place. And then Tampa, lastly, you got Friday 50% chance of rain, lightning, and thunder. 80 degrees. Damn, that's going to be humid as fuck. That sounds fun. That does sound fun. But anyways, that was the weather for you guys. Let me know if you rather have the weather or fun facts. Fun fact Friday. Okay, man. What? My lips are crusty?
A little crusty, baby.
It's because I usually have a drink.
Do you want some of my matcha?
Yeah. Oh, it has oat milk.
Can you tell them what you think my matcha tastes like?
Guys, Blanca's matcha, I get it, right? It's like good, but like, you know when the girl says like he's ugly, but he's cute?
Yeah.
Like when a guy is like fugly? Is that what it's? No, not fugly.
Fun but ugly, or what is that?
Yeah, like he's like ugly cute. That's how that drink is.
Like curiosito?
No, like he's ugly, but he treats you so good that it makes him cute. And he's funny. Oh my God. So that's what that drink is. It tastes like fucking pescado water. Like when you go to the carniceria and all the fishes, all the tilapias are in the water, and you would just grab that water and just drink out of it.
Disgusting.
That's what that shit tastes like. But if you don't think about that, it's just something. It's like something
yesterday,
that.
my mom got matcha boba with Magali, and Lonnie was there at the house. Lonnie is a little girl, and she's like 3, and she was like, "I want some of that." So my mom gave her some, and she was like eating it. She's like, "I was like, Lonnie, do you like it?" She's like, Yeah. I was like, a lot, little brother's like, a lot. So it's like, it's that. Like, it's so bad it's good in a way. But I do feel like matcha is an acquired taste because when I first started tried matcha, it was disgusting. And now I think it's the best thing in
Yeah,
the
a lot
world.
of our friends don't like matcha.
Yeah. But I feel like you get used to it and then you start really liking it. And it also is like good for the detox
I would say
vibes.
it's like a healthier alternative than coffee, right?
Yeah. And it does like the same thing that coffee does, but not in an intense way.
Like
Really? It like kickstarts my metabolism.
really?
Yeah, guys, I just want to apologize for having my shoes on the couch. I forgot to put socks on, so I don't want to let the dogs out.
Damn, not for free.
Yeah.
I'll let my dog. Anyways, guys. Okay, babe, pull it up.
Okay, sorry. Let's get started. Wait, we didn't even talk about my stay in California. We didn't update them on that.
Yeah,
should I tell them?
Yeah.
I just want to say shout out to Stacy Diaz. She's the big sister that I never had, honestly. Mm-hmm. She let us stay with her. So before we got to California, I texted her. I was like, Stacy, what are you doing tomorrow? We need to get brunch. And she's like, oh my God, are you here? She's like, you know what? I'm going to bring the inflatable couch out. You're staying here in my house. And I was like, that's so nice. So
inflatable couch?
Inflatable bed, sorry. You knew what I meant. Anyways, so she let Noemi and I stay with her. We went to get brunch at a really good place. It was called, I don't remember what it's called, but it was really good. Chilaquiles Verdes, Chef's Kiss. We went for Lulu's launch party, literally for 24 hours. We got there, ate, got ready, went to the party, got home, packed, and came home. Like, it was crazy. Stacy. Oh, we also had like the longest therapy session with Stacy. She's honestly, like, if you don't follow her on TikTok or on Instagram and YouTube, she is just amazing. Her whole overall vibe is amazing. And now that she's a mom, like, it's greater. So Noemi and I had a blast over there, but yeah, I just wanted to update you guys on that. Say congratulations to Lulu for her collab with Glow Addict. It is so beautiful. It like literally screams Lulu. And the yacht dinner that she had, I'm like, this is literally Lulu. Like, it felt like we were going to her wedding. So it was like, this screams her. So it was so fun. We had so much fun and I got to see a lot of my friends. So yeah, that was fun. I just wanted to update you guys on that. But let's get started because
I didn't go, guys, porque no me invitaron. So. Just kidding.
Actually, I RSVP'd for Jonathan and I, but I wouldn't say it was miscommunication because it's kind of like, okay, if El Compadre is gonna be there, like all the guys should be there, right? Like, you know, we're all partners, so we can't. But there was a point where I was like, oh, maybe this is like just girly vibes, you know? So when we thought, I was like, oh, maybe it's just girly vibes. I ended up inviting mi comadre Noemi, and I was like, hey, let's just do a little girls trip. And then we get there, and like Rogelio's there, Adrian's there, Gabe is there. And we're like, oh, like you could have brought up your partner. And even Adriana was like, oh, I didn't bring George because I thought, you know. So yeah, Jonathan stayed back with Franco, and then the trauma happened, guys. You know what we mean. But anyways, let's get started with this advice.
You got some good short ones. You went on the email, right?
Yes.
So then I'll go on the
Instagram.
Yeah.
This one's hard. So the reason I know a lot of the advice emails that we receive are probably kind of the same. Like, they tell almost the same story, which is sad that a lot of girls are going through this. But one of the reasons we like to read them out loud and on the podcast is, one, because we like to give our input on it too, just so that you know you're not alone, just so that you see somebody else's perspective, somebody that's not biased, somebody that doesn't know you personally. But on the other side, we like to read them because then the comments can go in and support you or tell you that they're going through the same, and then it just builds this whole community. So that's why, whether it's like the same thing over and over, the cheating, all of that, we like to read it out loud because we want you guys to know that you're not alone, and there's so many people going through this. And just like in the comments, it can be like tips on how to like get better, on how to leave him, you know. So that's what we read them. But anyways, this one says, hello, I love the podcast. Thank you. Me and my husband have been together since 2020. Before him, I was in a long abusive relationship with my son's father. I got pregnant 6 months into mine and my now husband's relationship, and engaged a year after we got together. And soon after having our baby girl in 2021, I found out that he had been talking to other females our whole relationship, including when I was pregnant, and also had met up with a girl after I gave birth. Jesus. Damn. I was very vulnerable at the time and gave him another chance. Things were good and he re-proposed to me. We got married in October of 2022, but he got drunk right after the ceremony and got mad and left. I stayed at our wedding by myself.
Damn.
It took me weeks to forgive him. Our problem now is porn. He has a sex addiction. He's known how I feel about it, but has been doing it behind my back our entire relationship. He recently mentioned marriage counseling because he knows I've had enough. He's a great dad and provider, but that's not why I stay. I do love him, but something's got to give. Any advice or opinions? Damn. Can you just let her know why you left? Because it's not like you're making fun of her. You left because you're shocked.
Guys, I have this thing. If you don't know by now, I've been on YouTube for 4 years now, right? Mm-hmm. So a lot of you guys should know, but I laugh for everything. I laugh when I'm scared. I laugh when I'm nervous. I laugh when I shouldn't laugh. I laugh when people tell me this isn't a laughing matter.
When you're surprised.
I laugh when I'm surprised. I laugh for everything. So do not take this as me laughing at you. I just, I laugh.
That's how, instead of him gasping, he laughs.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So.
Well said.
That was a lot to unpack because it's like, I feel like she doesn't get a break. It's thing after thing after thing after thing. And I'm so sorry that you have to go through that. That freaking sucks. We did talk about porn. Was it our last podcast or 2 podcasts ago? And as we said, whatever you think is in your relationship, if it's good or if it's bad, you have to talk to him. And I feel like, so you've already stayed through the cheating. You stayed through the him leaving your wedding and all of that. So I kind of give the vibe that she's trying to make it work, and now I just saw that he's trying to make it work as well. Like he is suggested marriage counseling. So what do you think? Like they should try it because she's obviously hasn't left yet. Uh-huh. So if she's waiting for something to give, then I definitely think you should give it a shot. And make sure that he's not going just because he wants you to stay. Like make sure that he's actually going in with an open mind and being like, whatever this marriage counselor advises me, like I'm gonna take.
Yeah. All I'm gonna say, it's because look, one of the things where this, because I can't even freaking talk. Someone in our last podcast, because whenever we get negative feedback, it's obviously 100 to 1, right? 100 positives to 1 negative. People are like, just don't address anymore. Like you guys always address the negative comments, so I'm not gonna do that. But last podcast, they were like, Jonathan. A lot of people, one person said that they don't like how real I am, blah, blah. But then 100 comments were like, that's why I watch this podcast, because Jonathan no tiene pelos en la boca, en la lengua. And he's so real, not like these other podcasts that don't want to get canceled. So going with love, girl, I tell you, and this is why I'm not going to listen to those bad comments and kind of
you're not going to change who you are.
I'm not going to change. I did think for a while because I laughed because I want to give you the real, but now I'm scared that people are going to be like, oh, you're so mean. You're so insensitive. But it's then that stops being who I am and why a lot of you guys enjoy this podcast. So with that being said, I'm going to tell you straight up what I think, right?
Okay.
It's first of all, I think you got married way too quickly and had a baby way too quickly after your first baby daddy, right? She said, 6 months they had a baby and then a year they got married?
Engaged, and then he proposed.
So a year after you left your first baby daddy, you're already married and have another baby. Mm-hmm. Okay, I get it. Time is just a thing. When you meet the one, and it doesn't matter how many years, blah, blah, blah. But come on, you already, and I think the reason you don't leave is because then that'll make you the girl with 2 baby daddies at that point, And not saying there's anything wrong with it, but I think you are putting up with a lot of bullshit because I feel like you're scared of leaving him. Because this is what I hear from TikTok, that a lot of girls, they feel bad when they have so many kids, and when they try to get into the dating life, it's so much harder. But that's just the truth. That's the way I see it, because if I was you, I would have left at the beginning with the whole, one thing is cheating when you're just 2 single, stable, couple. Oh, the guy cheats. Okay. Maybe you can try to do some marriage counseling, why, and ultimately don't stay, right? But but the fact that he did it while you were pregnant and then you gave birth, at that point, I'm just speaking from experience. That's when Blanca was pregnant and when she gave birth, that's the most in love that I've ever been with her. So why would I ever do that? And that means that man has no sense of compassion, sympathy for you, seeing you hurt, seeing you down, seeing you if you gave natural birth, or whatever C-section, abierta, he doesn't care about that. And he saw you in pain and he still decided to go sleep with another girl.
Yeah.
How low life do you have to be to do that? At that point, that gives me Jeffrey Dahmer vibes, in the sense he has no emotions, no sympathy. you know, for like another human being. Like, wow, she's at her lowest. She just had a kid. Her body changed. She maybe gained weight. She doesn't see herself as pretty. Boom, I'm gonna go sleep with another person. Like, that's the first thing. And then the whole wedding, like, that's another red flag. You just don't do that. Like,
the day that's
suck
supposed
it
to be
up.
the best day of your
Like,
life.
what could you have done to him in that for him to storm off? You didn't, like, I'm sure you didn't do anything that bad or wrong or anything at all. You know what I mean?
I don't think that there would.
Like, what could you argue on your wedding day
Yeah.
about, like, oh, I told you I didn't want tacos de asada or something like that? Like, ni modo que you cheated on him on the wedding floor. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, like, that to me, like, if you want real advice, girl, it pains me to say it because, we just said in the last podcast, maturing, and we're like, no, like, but like the whole going to couples therapy, he's just saying it not because he's gonna change or wants to, but he's just trying to keep you a little bit longer.
That's what I was gonna say. And like I said last time, I'm maturing, and I'm in a sense that I know what I have. I know, like, if you cheated on me, I would literally. Like, I don't want to be immature, but I would, like, blast you, and I'd be like, fuck no, like, we're
Blast
done.
me?
Yeah,
What the
on
hell's that?
Instagram.
I
I'd be
thought you
like,
meant
this
with a
motherfucker
gun.
cheated on me. No, tampoco. For legal reasons that I would never do that. I don't own a gun. But anyways, but I know what I have, and I know, like, our arguments and stuff, it's never been like we argue and then I'm like, hey, like, let's, like, it's always like we both communicate and we both want to fight for the relationship, right? But like when it comes to this, I'm not gonna sit here and be like, well, you know what, like, you're married, like, go to marriage counseling, which I did say it looks like you're looking for a sign to stay, and if that's your sign, like, he wants to go to marriage counseling, then do it. I'm not gonna sit here and tell you, like, no, you better listen to this podcast and leave by tonight. No, like, obviously that's that hard,
Mm-hmm.
So if you want, like, our advice is, girl, like, he already fucked up too many times, you should just leave. But you can try marriage counseling, because marriage counseling is not going to erase the fact that he cheated on you. It's not going to erase the fact that he ruined your wedding night. It's not going to erase the fact that he's a sex addict and watches porn behind your back, even though you've already told him that you don't like it. But if you want to try it out still, give him a last chance, then go to marriage counseling, because that's not going to put a Band-Aid on everything that he's already done. But maybe that's the last thing for you, where maybe even this counselor is going to make you realize everything he's done to you is bad, Yeah. So that's my advice. Like, if you want to give it one last shot, go to marriage counseling and try it out.
My advice is to not go to marriage counseling, and like,
I'm usually
the one that, like, no, be patient, but no, like, I've been around men for way too long, guys, Hispanic, toxic males. It's like this whole thing with, like, animals, like bears. When there's, like, bears that live close to a town, they come into the dumpsters, right? And these rangers, little fun fact for you guys real quick, I'm comparing your husband to a bear. There's bears where, like, they, at first, when a bear comes in and they tranquilize it and they take it back into the wild. And that bear can either decide to be like, okay, fuck the city, I'm too scared, I'm going to start being a normal bear, or se hicieron demasiado mañosos and they'll keep coming back to the city. And that's what they call, like, already, like an aggressive towards humans, because at that point, like, they could attack a human or a baby or a dog. So what happens then is that the park rangers unfortunately have to make the sad decision to put it down. Oh, man. So once a bear comes back too many times into the city for the dumpsters, and they have to unfortunately put it down, because that bear no tiene ya remedio. And that's what I'm comparing this to your husband. Like, I've known too many men. I've heard too many stories to just tell you, girl, like, I truly think this guy you got to put him down. Like, ya no tiene remedio. And I know there's, like, cases where, like, it's been like, my husband beat me for 20 years and he was a porn, and then boom, like, he's a preacher I know there's those cases, but now you have kids and you got to put them first and think about their mental health, their physical health, and then soon, like, yours, like,
yeah.
And I just think that it's better, like, if you have family, just go spend a couple months, weeks, years with them and get away from that guy, because he needs, like, a self reevaluation. Because, like I said, guys, one thing is, like, cheating on your spouse, like, normally, right? Not normally, but you know what I mean?
Without kids?
Like, without kids, you guys are both healthy, like, And then one thing is, like, when you're at the lowest point in your life, lowest physically, but, like, mentally, emotionally, like, the highest, because you just had a baby, you're so happy, you're so, like, out of this world. Like, I'm just thinking about, like, how happy I was when I had Franco. ¿En qué tiempo cabe to like go cheat.
Yeah.
You know? So like I think that guy at that point, like, yeah, like he's got rabies, he's feral. You gotta you just gotta put him down, man.
Yeah. And I also want to highlight the fact that you said that you were in a long abusive relationship before that. And just because he's not hitting you or he's not mentally abusing you doesn't mean that what he's doing is better than what your ex did.
Yeah.
You know, so maybe that is something that you're like, well, maybe he's not doing this, so tiene remedio. But he's doing so much more when you're supposed to be in a better relationship because you left such an abusive one. But now you're just getting hurt in different ways, you know? Sorry if you could hear my son over there crying.
He just woke up from a nap.
Yeah, he woke up from a nappy. But I don't know, girl. And you know what? There's this, I don't know where Michelle Obama went, but she was talking about like how they had 10 bad years. They've been married, what, 40 years or 30? I don't remember. I'm just going to put numbers out there, you know. Don't quote me. This isn't real. But she said, oh, like they've been together for 40 years, but 10 of those years were really bad. They struggled. There was the kids, like, after they had kids and everything. But she's like, I would much rather go through those 10 bad years and then get these amazing, beautiful 30 and more that are coming, you know? So it's like, when you hear things like that, I feel like you're like, okay, like I can forgive this and maybe we're just in a rough patch and this is going to pass. But you have to take yourself out of that situation because you're not in the situation that she was, where maybe it was just struggling to like reconnect after having kids or struggling financially. No, like you're struggling with someone who's addicted to porn and sex and that has cheated on you before you were pregnant, while you were pregnant, and after you gave birth, you know? So just really think about that and
ruin the most important day of like a woman's life.
Exactly.
Guys, funny story. Not funny. Go ahead, keep.
Babe, are you okay?
Was it our last prom when I ruined it for you?
You ruined everything for me.
No, but like, you know, that day, yours, what I'm talking about. Was it our last one?
My senior year, yeah.
Yeah, guys, I ruined, because I was toxic, machista, jealous. I ruined Blanca's prom day, night, whatever, for her school. And that still eats me up every day. And it was prom, you know?
Imagine my wedding. Boy,
and she still brings it up, and I still eat myself for it because it gives me the ick of how I was back then, because I would never be like that anymore. So it gives me the ick. It gave me the ick. And yeah, I can't even imagine like a wedding that's like if this is how bad and we're torn up over prom, I wish I could go back and give her the best prom day ever. Now I can't even imagine like a wedding, you know?
Yeah.
Like,
and once you think about it, like, yeah, you fucked up my prom day, but do you remember that you made it up and like we went to after prom and we got drawn up and
oh yeah,
you know,
I'm like very good at that. Ruining things and then making them up. No, we did, huh? I thought we just went home.
No, we were like driving home, and I feel like you realized.
You have that picture? No.
Yeah, I still have the drawing.
Oh, yeah.
But I realized that you fucked up really bad.
I fucked up.
And then you didn't.
Because it was the first time I think I ever made you cry.
No,
like in front. Like I'm sure you cried at home.
Oh, right.
But like in front of me. And I hated it. It was like the worst feeling ever.
I don't remember.
And I saw her crying, guys. I was like, oh shit. Like I was just seeing red, right? And then when I heard her cry and saw her cry, I kind of like snapped back into real. I was like, what? Like after like those movies when someone killed and they're like, what have I done? You know? Like that. I was like, what have I done? Like,
and usually you would have just dropped me off at home, but you didn't drop me off. Like
no.
We drove back into town, and then it took you like an hour to like make things right. And then you're like, no, like let's just go to after prom, because after prom lasts like 2 to 3 hours.
Yeah.
So then we went to after prom and you fixed it. And I mean, you still ruined it. Yeah. And I still I actually don't think about it anymore. I think about other things that you've done, but I don't think about that anymore.
Well, I think about it a lot because we have to drive by it
all the time.
Yeah, when we go to the mall and stuff, the salon
I
está
know.
ahí.
And you know what? I always see it, but I never think about it.
Really?
Yeah.
I always think about it.
But then
that's
like
my punishment.
that's what good. But now that I think about it, like, yeah, imagine you ruin your wedding night. And have you seen those videos of like my husband and I talked about not putting the cake in our face, and then he did it, and then all the comments are like, oh, that's divorce, girl, like you're gonna get divorced.
Damn.
You know, and it's like things like that you talk about beforehand, and I feel like it's just common knowledge and common sense that you do not ruin your wedding
but he
night.
said he got drunk, right?
Yeah.
So then emotions go. Like, why would you get drunk at your own wedding?
Even if you get drunk you got drunk at the baby shower, and it's not like you ruined it, you know?
Oh yeah.
So
but I'm just saying, like, things are easily more manipulated or twisted when you're drunk.
I don't know, but see, girl, like I'm trying to help you out here and trying to be like, just go to marriage counseling, which you still, of course, can, but just think about it in the long run. I think the way that you can set it yourself up to like think about it really well is in 10 years, are you going to be happy that you stayed here, or are you going to be happy that you left? You know?
Yeah. Because guys, if I'm telling you to leave, it's because it's, I'm the one that always tries to be more realistic, but no.
Yeah. This is you being realistic. You should stay. Please let us know if you like our advice, girl, or let us know if it made you like think about things in a different perspective.
And we're not gonna judge you for like, oh, I decided to stay. No. We know it's way more complicated than just leaving. Okay.
Yeah, because I feel like she summarized so much into a little paragraph, which I know if this is big, I know there's a lot of little things too.
We love you and appreciate you regardless of what you do. Please do not take, and this is for everyone, my advice as like me being mean to you, me thinking I'm somewhat better than you or my relationship's any better than yours. No.
Oh, no.
We see you guys, especially the Spill the Beans family, as like a family. So you guys are like my sisters. And that's weird to say. You guys are like my sisters. So I genuinely like I don't even know you. I don't even know how your face looks, but like I genuinely want the best for you. And I wouldn't be fake advising you for like,
yeah, and every time that we give advice, guys, please don't ever think that we think we're perfect, because first of all, we're not perfect.
But I think that's what makes us give good advice. Because if we just live this like perfect, like
amazing life,
then how would we give advice if we haven't been through shit?
Yeah.
You need people that have gone through shit to give advice.
Yeah. But yeah, I don't know. Sending you love, and everything that you do it for yourself, but also think a lot about your kids, because you might be okay ruining your mental health, your future, whatever, but you have these little lives that are so dependent on you. So just make sure that whatever you do, it's for their best too, because you're already an adult and these babies still have to grow into a person. And just make sure that you raise secure children. And if he's not going to be, if you raising secure children doesn't mean that he's in the picture, then it's them above him, honestly, at this point, But do you have Instagram ones that you need to?
Yeah, give me a sec. It's because, have we talked about our thoughts on strip clubs? I think we have, right?
I think we've talked about it in a sense for like bachelorette and bachelor parties.
Yeah. So this girl, she made it quick and simple. Strip club, quote, semicolon, please help. Advice on strip clubs for bachelor parties. My husband has a bachelor party for his friend coming up. I want to let him go, but I have never been to a strip club. So what are the rules I should place before I let him go? Mm-hmm. Good question, girl. Like, I'm glad that you're like I want to let him go. You're not being like, I don't want to let him go. Well, like, I don't know what it, like,
I wouldn't say that you need to place rules. I think you need to tell your husband what your boundaries are.
Yeah.
Like, okay, I'm going to let you go because it's your best friend's bachelor party, whatever. But you can't do this and this and this because those are my boundaries. If you cross my boundaries, then that's
and there's different strip clubs, girl. I would do your research on that. Ay, ¿tú cómo sabes? There's like the really raunchy ones where like they do go fully nude, or there's just the topless ones where like it's you can't touch them, you can't do nothing. So set your boundaries up to like what you're good with. Like obviously he's there hyping his boy up, but he's not gonna be doing any like, touching or stuff like that.
I would love to know how you know this information.
I'll let you know later. No, I'm just saying like what I've like been to. No, I'm kidding. But yeah, like I think we've like matured in a sense where like no, babe, it's because so I already had a friend that had a bachelor party and I did not go to because you were pregnant, and obviously we like
not a bachelor party, a bachelor trip,
which is like
crazier. It's not worse, but crazier because you can't really know what they do on a trip,
No, but I don't mean it for that. I mean it because you're pregnant. Like if something were to happen for you, I can't just like drive back real quick, which is like another reason I didn't go. But I actually have another friend that has another one coming up, and that one is a trip again. So Blanca and I, believe it or not, are still like, because we have our boundaries, we have our rules, but we also want to be like good with our friends. But obviously our marriage comes first. So like, I think we're getting good at like, because I'm always like an anxious person. So I want to know the future. Like, hey, what? But now I'm just playing it day by day. And when that thing gets here, like when my friend sends me the physical invite or tells me these are the dates, then that's when you and I will talk about it. Like, hey, like, okay, we know how they are. We know where we're going. Okay, well, like, you know?
Yeah. I guess in a sense too, the way that our boundaries are set up is like birds of the same feather flock together. So it's like, who are the group of people you're going with? Do I know these people? Do I know how you act when you're these people? And do I trust you being not faithful, but like staying true to yourself with these people, and you're not gonna get like peer pressured into doing something that you're later gonna regret. I think that comes a lot into play. And yeah, boundaries. And like we said, I feel like every year we mature. Every year our point of view changes, our opinions change, or the way that we think change. So it can either be like, this year maybe we're a little bit more secure. I'm not pregnant. I don't feel insecure. I don't feel the crazy emotions. So maybe this year I'll be like, oh, you know, it's fine. You know, so it just like, it has a lot to do and it has a lot to play. But personally, a strip club like that, my boundaries list would probably be 10 feet long, you know, because that's crazy, you know. But I don't know, girl. I would just say put whatever boundaries you think that.
But like, you can take all this advice you want from us to people that like don't do that regularly or anything like that. The advice I would give you for this question is talk to a girl, like a girlfriend that maybe has gone through it, or like they can give you like help you out better than us.
Yeah.
Okay. We're always going to direct advice towards people that have more expertise on that.
Yeah.
Because there are women that are like, oh yeah, my boyfriend goes to the strip club and I go with my girls to the men's strip club. So it's like they have different rules, and then like on trips, like this is that. So like I would definitely, and like it's very true what you say, like birds of a feather flock together. Like, what type of friend is he like going with? Like, is this guy, are there more guys, single guys on the trip, or are they all mostly married? Like the one we have coming up for our friends, all of his friends are mostly, you know,
married,
are also my friends and are married. So, you know, that's going to be like a very, you know, PG trip. But like if it's a guy, I know guys that are getting married, but also have like a whole bunch of single friends. So I would, you know, watch out with that. Oh no, but I also talk about the whole like asking for girls for advice, because I know you might think your man is like the most attractive person in the world to you, but I can assure you these girls, these strippers, are so used to like wealthy, good looking guys coming in, day out, you know, like every day. So girl, not to be mean, I'm sure they're not even batting an eye twice at like your man, because a lot of like, I know for you like, you a lot of the way girls think are like, okay, Jonathan's gonna walk into a strip club, he's gonna catch all these strippers' eyes and they're gonna come to him,
that
dance
is
on
not
him.
how I think.
Maybe like but like I'm saying, like a lot of girls, or like you think that like they pay attention to guys so much that they would want to like, hey, you want to go to the back room and like cheat on your wife with me?
That's not how strip clubs work.
No, but I'm saying like a lot of girls are scared of like
listen to me,
the
Mr.
touching and all
Flores.
that because of that.
This is what we think.
Oh, okay, go.
Let me talk my 2 cents.
Babe, you know it's true what I'm saying.
It's not. My thought was never, oh, Jonathan's gonna walk in and all these girls are gonna go up to him. No, because when you go into a strip club, the girls aren't thirsty over guys. The girls go to the guys that are going to pay them. So if they see you and they know that you're throwing racks, that you're giving them money, that you're tipping really well, obviously it doesn't matter if you're ugly, fat, whatever. Like they're gonna go and give you a lap dance, and they're gonna go and make you want to go to a private room. So it's like, it's not even, oh, I think my husband's so gorgeous and handsome. These girls don't care if you're gorgeous or handsome. These girls care if you have money. So what if her husband, whether he's gorgeous, handsome, tall, fat, whatever.
Wow. So all this time, like, I'm not going to mention names, but when we've joked around with going with our friends, it's not because you think, or you're not jealous. It's because you think I'm going to be there with my debit card throwing money at them. That's fucked up.
Yeah,
exclusive right here.
I think that you're going to be like, you know what?
I'm not like hyping myself up. No, I'm not.
No, I know. I'm glad that you know this
because I know some girls like.
You want to fight right now?
Like ex-friend thinks like that, and is like, well, like she thinks that like, you know, all the strippers come to you. I'm like, well, it's like the opposite of that.
Yeah, so I think that is like the reason. Okay, my 2 cents here is that I know who you are. I know that you're not going to go and spend money, right? Out there throwing but guys, when they're when they're in a group of guys and they're like, hey, no sea culo, dele $10, you know, obviously like that was my fear, that he knows who he is, but because he's in a group of all his friends, he's gonna be like, you know what, like, yeah, I can. You're gonna give 20, I'm gonna give her 40, you know, and like that you guys start getting competitive, and it's not even about getting a lap dance; it's about who throws them the most money, you know. So it's like that. I was never, That's how I felt. And I feel
Babe,
like that's
if
how a
that's
lot
how
of
you
people.
felt, that's like weird.
Why is that weird?
You think we're fighting to see who gives more money?
You never know. Like
That's like small dick
when you're
energy.
drunk and you're already there and these topless girls are there, you're like, I'm just gonna give you all the money you want.
Hell no. Si no me compro yo una $20 shirt, porque 20 se me hace mucho. You think I'm gonna be throwing at this stranger
Uno nunca sabe porque el diablo
that
no
has
duerme.
fake
Okay.
tits?
How do you know they have fake tits? What if they're real? Okay, anyways, before we get into a fight, let's go to the next one. Hi, Blanca. Hi, Jonathan. Hi, Franco. I've sent an email before with some details, but long story short, I've been with my boyfriend / baby daddy for around 5 years now. Since the start of our relationship, there's been lies and red flags left and right, but I've ignored them until a few months ago. Basically, my son was born over a year ago. He has a 10-year-old son in Mexico and a wife, which I didn't know until I was heavily pregnant.
Damn.
And around 5 months ago, I found out he has another son who is 10 days younger than our son. Ever since then, we fought at least once a month for that reason, and every time we fought, I swore I was done with him, but I'm still here, lol. On our last fight, I think something clicked in his brain and he's quote-unquote changed. He's been more honest and communicative, or so it seems like. I keep holding on because I come from a broken home and want that family I never had. Basically, I don't know if I should believe that he wants to change or is changing, or if I've been mentally out for too long that I don't want him to change. Hope you guys are well, and I love you all. Ay. That's a lot. Come on, girl. Like, a son 10 days older than your son. I mean, 10 days younger.
No, that's too much. I think, okay, this is where, like, I'm like, fuck. Do I say what I want to say, or am I going to piss people off?
Say it.
Like, I don't know what, like... No, I'm not gonna say it.
Okay.
But like like what do you want me to tell you?
I just
like at that point,
okay, when we like get speechless, when we're like kind of giggling here and there, when Jonathan says like, oh, I don't know if I should say this because you're gonna get mad, we're not coming from a place where we're judging you or laughing at you or being like, really? No, we're coming at a place where we genuinely think that these guys are so dumb that we're like, why would you ever want to be with someone like
they're
this?
obviously not dumb.
Well, they're
because these girls still want to be with them. That's why they're sending this advice.
Yeah.
For me, it's common sense. Like, why are you still with them? For her, it's like, is this that bad?
Yeah, I think she needs reassurance. And also, you said this last time, he is changing and he's more honest and he communicates more. Well, don't you think it's because he saw that this time you were like for reals, like leaving? You know, it wasn't like, oh, I'm going to get mad at him and then tomorrow I'm going to get over it. No, he probably was like, oh, damn, like I fucked up for real this time. I think I need to make sure that she knows that I'm changing so that I can keep her. You know, but he already has a son in Mexico. He has another son 10 days younger than your son. I just don't like this guy just left and right. What's that one guy that has hella babies?
Oh, Nick Cannon?
Yeah. Like, what's going on here? He's just trying to leave his legacy or
why
what?
wouldn't he get a vasectomy?
Why wouldn't he just use a condom? Like, it ain't that hard, sweetie.
But I think there's a lot of girls trying to like also like. Did you see the girl with Drake with the hot sauce?
Yeah, I did see that.
Girls are crazy out here.
Yeah, but guys are dumb.
I don't blame them. Drake's baby, fuck.
I don't know. Honestly, if you sent this in wanting us to tell you it's okay to leave and you're right, this is super fucked up and you should, even if he's changing, being more communicative, being more honest, like what is that going to change truly? That's going to change for 2 weeks tops. Maybe he's going to go back to being mean. You guys are going to go back to arguing once a month or maybe once every 2 months. It gets a little bit better in that sense. But you're never going to forget this. Those babies are still going to be there for the rest of your life. So would you rather just co-parent with him and find someone that's going to be better, or not even that, like just be by yourself and happy? Or do you want to just stay with this guy that lied to you? It sounds like he cheated on you because he has a baby that's 10 days younger than your son. You know, so I don't know, baby. Like, honestly, if you're looking for your sign to leave, this is your sign. Yeah. Sorry.
Very well said, Ben.
Thanks. You agree with everything?
Yeah.
Thank you.
All right. This is from like I'm assuming like a younger viewer. So obviously we want to take, because a lot of them have been with like marriage and babies and stuff like that. So we want to kind of be inclusive here. So I'm assuming this is a younger viewer.
Okay.
Because
hit me.
Or if not, then very good for you. Hello, me and my boyfriend have been dating for 1 year and 9 months now. We haven't had sex, and of course we do things here and there. I'm a virgin and he is not. I have been wanting to, but I am scared that I might get pregnant and I don't have the experience either. También tengo miedo that he will compare me to other girlfriends that he already did it with. Yet he is the sweetest man I have ever met, and I'm sure he would never do that. Do you have any advice on how to deal with my insecurities when it comes to having sex, and any advice for the first time? Thank you.
Tell her.
Tell her. You tell
You
her.
tell her.
What?
You tell her what you think.
1 year and 9 months. First of all, congrats, girl. That's a long time. And nowadays era for not having sex, right? We're in like hookup culture, one night stand culture, not marriage culture. So good for you. But you said you've done other things, you know? So
I think it comes down to, do you feel like you're ready to have sex and lose your virginity to this guy? Like you're losing your virginity to this guy. And listen, I know, girl, like I listen to Call Her Daddy. I listen to all these like sex positive podcasts, all these hookup culture positive podcasts where they're like, you do you, girl, have sex here and there. But honestly, like I feel like whoever you lose your virginity to is special, and you're always gonna know that, you know, like you're always gonna remember who you lost it to, right?
And also like hype yourself up.
Yeah,
like this fool has already slept with girls and you haven't, so you're like a trophy. Like make him work. Okay, so he is the sweetest man, but no, hell no, I would ask for a house.
I would ask for
a car, a ring,
house,
everything, because you have
stay-at-home wife.
You have the leverage here.
Yeah,
you have something that not other of these hoes have.
And you can, babe, this is why you get canceled.
No, but like I'm hyping her up.
Yeah, but honestly, like I feel like she shouldn't be insecure.
Fuck no.
You should be like, girl.
Okay, yeah, I don't know how to have sex.
Worthy?
I don't know how to do. Okay, that's a good thing.
Are you worthy of getting in my pants? That's how you should feel.
Hell yeah.
No insecurities. I'm not experienced. That is the best.
That is the best
thing.
That's the best bad thing to be.
You have the golden ticket, girl. You need
yeah.
You know what? Don't even have sex. Milk it for as long as possible.
No, yeah. Get everything you want.
Get a
honestly.
ring. Get a house. Get married. Get a what is that called?
Because back in my day, the cool thing was like, oh, I had sex, you know? You have sex?
Girl, like, we have some funny ass, like, not virginity, but like sex stories about our friends, like how they lost it, who they, you know, like where they've done it.
Behind a dumpster.
And exactly. And that's exactly what came to my head. But I was like, that was the cool thing. Like,
yeah,
you
that
were,
was cool.
You now, were not cool if you were
cool.
a virgin.
Oh, you're a virgin? That's cooler. Everyone's having sex.
Virginity rocks, baby.
To people they're not gonna remember, to people where they're gonna like have to do explaining on like why, you know, like I don't know. Hookup culture has ruined like virginities, and like it's such a special thing, and you're always gonna remember the first person, no matter if like you never were in love with them, you were drunk, it was fun, it was a fling. That person is always gonna be a part of your life, so you might as well choose like the right one. And I would make your boyfriend, like you say, he's sweet. Sweet doesn't cut it, honey. Like I would ask for
Is he financially stable? How much money does he have in his bank account? Is he going to provide a long, beautiful life?
Gold digger.
No, I'm not a gold digger. I'm securing this girl's future, because she literally has the golden ticket. Like if this guy isn't pressuring you to have sex, then that's probably a sign that he wants you for the long run, right? Because
he really likes you.
But that's not going to cut it. Like you have to, even if you don't like believe in marriage. Well, what?
Because look, you're like a car right now. As soon as you give it to him, you're gonna depreciate and value. No, I mean like he's why? For him.
Okay,
for him.
Hold on.
Okay, that did sound really bad. No, not value as a woman. I mean like to reference to the car. The car, babe. Like now he's gonna be like, I don't have to do that. Like I already like.
Okay, before we continue, guys. And I've heard this. I've seen this in the comments. Jonathan has a very different way of explaining things, and he has to always make an example, and maybe his examples aren't always the best, and they're always I know
or
him,
I say it too strong.
When he uses examples, I know who, like I've been with you for 8 years, so I like take it very lightly, and I'm like, okay, this is the way he gives examples, this is the way I'm gonna give an example.
Dark humor.
And so don't take it as in he's like I don't know. Like, don't take it up.
Yeah,
like,
you guys take it really literally.
Yeah, don't take it literally. Take it with a grain of salt. Like, Jonathan is just trying to give an example into where you will like really understand it, but it's not that serious. Okay,
because you know what the hate comment from last week, it was so freaking funny. She was like,
put it up here.
So basically my whole rant about like life and marriage, all she got was, so basically what you're trying to say is that if he buys me Starbucks, I have to give him sex. I'm like, out of the whole 40-minute podcast, that's all you got. So that made me laugh, and I deleted your comment, by the way, because obviously no hate around here, and you just are twisting my words. So I don't want you to be like, so you just said as soon as your value. No, I mean like in the car, like it, you know, like, and I'm saying it for your own benefit, like.
And not necessarily that your value depreciates as a woman, but
no, I didn't say that.
Know, honey,
I said it right away, not as a
like,
woman.
Like, you already drove the car off the lot, right? And then say you sell it, and there's another person in the car. So then now the car is like losing more and more value. It's not that you're losing value. That's not the way that Jonathan meant it. It's that you're bringing more and more like bodies into your baggage that you have to tell your husband once. You don't have to tell them your body count, whatever. But what if you get pregnant? What if you get an STD? What if you know, like, there's so many things that can come from it. What if you get like emotionally attached to this person that only wanted to get in your pants? Like, there's so many things. So it's like, I know that your fear is like, what if I become pregnant? Well, there's so many things that you can do so you don't become pregnant. You can get on birth control. You can use a condom. You can, you know, whatever. But it's like, you really have to think, is this guy worthy of my virginity? Because I know that a lot of people take their virginity very lightly, but that is a huge thing. You know, like the time that you have sex for the very first time, like that is crazy. So if he's like, we're saying like, oh, get a house, get a ring, get a car, whatever. But no, seriously, don't take that literally either. Like, we're not telling you actually let him buy you a house. But
you
it's
said
like,
bank account.
And I meant that. The heck? Like, how are you gonna?
Oh no, I know what you mean, but you meant that figuratively.
Yeah. So
Then I'll be like, show me your Wells Fargo account right now, and we'll fuck.
How many bank accounts do you have?